Hi everyone, we're gonna be talking about Fire Emblem Blue Lions characters, their designs, and their personalities, stories, how we actually feel about them in general. Here I have Devin,
Help.
Derek,
I'm here to help.
me, the straightest person in the world.
Keep telling yourself.
Lies. All it is lies in the show.
That's what it is. So can we call ourselves a show? I don't. I still. I don't know.
No.
I feel that's. I mean,
show requires effort. And your primary goal is not to do effort.
That's fair.
Our primary goal is to have three half-asleep assholes talk about.
I'm dying here.
Fire Emblem.
All right, so let's get started with someone that is dying. Let's talk about Gilbert.
Oh, we're starting with the most boring. Oh, this sucks.
Even better.
You want me to go to sleep?
We're talking about sandpaper now.
Oh god.
All right, so let's just start off with design. I'm falling asleep already.
He's very plain.
Let's see. I mean, I kind of like this little castle thing going on with his sleeve.
It's like because he's
a knight.
Knight, right?
Yeah, that thing's kind of cute.
He does a thing.
It's serviceable for what it is, but other than that, I really don't care.
I like his scarf.
She has orange, I guess, and I guess it's because the only other character that has this kind of orange is Annette, so...
Yeah.
Sure,
I
guess.
Is it just talking about Blue Lions or in general?
Because Blue Lions.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure there's other characters that have orange. But yeah, he's the old guy.
He's old. He's
so
it's so weird. I gotta say something about his hair. It's weird that he has like a gray line.
I'm so glad you mentioned it because I was just about to.
It's just weird that he has a gray line.
No, he technically has two because it loops over onto the other side.
He has he doesn't have he's in this weird middle position where I kind of don't like.
He's supposed to be old.
Like, it feels like
green.
If he has that much gray, he should have a bit more of it.
Yeah.
It just feels weird that it's kind of like symmetrical too.
Mm-hmm.
Only anime.
I think he's like 68 years old or something, which makes it weird.
He should be having some more gray hair if that's at that age. If he's already having that.
Spoilers, he dyes his hair.
That'd be reasonable.
Hilda has pink hair. Anyways. I guess his design's fine. I mean, this is the big gripe that I have with all the rest of the Knights of Sirius characters. I just kind of fucking hated how they just don't change at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, even for him, it would have been nice if it was...
I want to see him in a wheelchair. I'm ready to fight, my lord.
He's fighting with the walker. He has a sword cane now.
He's a fortress knight with 2 movement.
Alright, come on.
The walker is his shield.
I still take no damage, boys. It's taking me a while to get there, though.
Don't worry, Nit. I'm on my way.
Anyways, from 1 to 5, like we did with Awakening.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I get a 2.5 or a 3? No, I'm gonna.
Let's try to avoid the 0.5s to the best of our.
I give him a solid 2.
I'll give him a 3. I don't think it's awful.
I'll give him a 3. 3, yeah.
I'll give him 1 for the scarf and the other 1 for the outfit. Everything else is.
It could be worse.
Do we have any? We got his design down, right?
To be fair, he could
personality
be
wise, I gotta say
he's old man.
I mean, I'm sure he has some things going for him. I'll admit this is the character that I actually have not completely supports with. It is the only character.
Oh, jeez.
Only character, funny enough. Just because at the time I wasn't going for it, and I really can't.
I'll tell you a story about how much I like Gilbert. Once I got I replaced him.
That's kind of the rough thing.
No
Although actually Gilbert died in my my playthrough didn't reset because I didn't care. That tells you more how I feel about Gilbert.
No worries.
I don't care.
I mean, I guess he's just supposed to be
like he's inoffensive, not like Stereo where I'm like an active like oh my god kid, but he's like just there, part of the scenery for me personally.
Honestly, I feel bad because I don't feel I'm giving him a fair shot.
What's a fair shot to give? He's Annette's dad. That's his whole gimmick.
Getting him more support.
Also, he's a bad dad.
Yeah, because he's just gone for most of the part.
It's funny because the best support is with him and Annette, which I think I'll talk about and the Annette talk a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's mostly on Annette, if anything. But honestly, I saw Gas's video on him, and if you want a better critique of the character, fucking go to him.
Because he cares and I don't.
Yeah. Seems to, he really seems to have a thing for old characters, so.
Yes, that's his big thing.
So, you know.
I love old people.
Anyways, Gilbert is a character.
He is, in fact, a character.
Next one.
Oh, no, the races.
Yes.
Oh, man. My favorite part about Ingrid is just the fucking memes that she is a racist.
Absolutely.
It's canon. It's canon. It's not a meme, it's canon.
It's just so funny because she's got the whole Aryan race thing going for her, too.
Absolutely. I wish she had blue eyes.
Oh, man. Green is serviceable.
Almost.
Green is pretty serviceable. Honestly, I'm sure.
You know what? The green makes her feel more special.
There you go. Even better. We gotta make her more like Saber after all.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, let's talk about her.
Blue eyes?
Doesn't she have green?
We covered this. Has green.
Yeah, we covered this before. She has green.
Yeah, she has green. Anyways,
So yeah, she looks exactly like Saber.
So let's speak design. Let's talk about her pre-time skip one.
She's a student.
I hate the concept that we're going to talk about pre-design because we're going to be like, wow, look at that uniform.
We're gonna judge it. We're gonna judge it by their best design because there is a character in Golden Deer that I prefer their pre more than their.
Golden Deer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
But either way.
I'm just gonna judge their faces and their hair.
Oh, that's
pretty much
very appropriate.
I mean, there's some costumes I could talk about that like Edelgard's, but I'm gonna do that later. Anyways, Ingrid, it's funny because when I first saw Ingrid, I thought she was an NPC.
Right.
like a non-important character.
She's very plain-faced.
Yeah, she's kind of like.
Is it the ponytail that's doing that for you?
It's just there's not a lot standing out about her.
She looks very generic Fire Emblem character.
I feel like I have a bad feeling that all these uniform designs were like, yeah, it's pretty okay. It's no personality.
I mean, I disagree. I mean, just physical looks aside.
I could be proven wrong, but I have a feeling.
Just keep in mind that
copy paste.
I do not feel strongly about the designs of the 3 female pre-time skip characters to begin with.
Wait, actually, I have one that I care about.
But either way, so all things being said, Ingrid's design in this one is whatever. Don't really want to talk about it further.
What about our score and about our characters?
We're going to talk about her post-time skip first.
I forgot.
I couldn't find her other one.
Oh.
I couldn't find a good picture, so I just got fan art instead.
Sure.
I like it a lot.
Thank you, fan artist.
So her post-time design, funny enough, goes to I think one of my favorites. I always liked her colors in this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Just I don't know, they blend really well together.
Are those like legit colors?
Yes.
Yeah, that's her colors.
Oh, I didn't know that she was.
That's her legit colors.
I didn't know that she wore green.
No, she rocks a lot of green.
She has like dark green, blue, like a light green, I guess.
Sure.
Aquamarine?
It looks very minty.
I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk much about design because there's really doesn't come down to it looks like Saber's design, so it's automatically good.
It's not Saber.
It's not Saber.
It's not.
It's similar.
Are you just saying
because the hair and the eyes,
girl, blonde hair and
green eyes, and also a knight.
She's
also eats a lot.
Technically, she's a Valkyrie, but whatever.
God, I gotta talk about this since we're gonna talk about personality soon. I've never seen a trait they hyped up in like, oh, she eats a lot, but never used at all.
Let's give her a score first.
Oh,
I like 4. This a lot. 4. Yes, I agree.
We're still going out of 5.
Yes.
We gotta stick to it. We're not doing 1 out of 10, so no points.
4, just based off of design.
It's really good.
I like
Anyways,
it.
Design. Yeah.
I'm not giving her a 5 because she is not Saber.
There you go. Anyways, I think her hunger thing gets brought up like 3 times.
It's so bizarre because they kind of like, hey, she likes to eat a lot.
And they make kind of a big deal of it sometimes, but it's like...
It's just like, huh. I'm kind of relieved, actually. Because I'm like, it's so annoying.
It's Raphael's thing, if anything.
Right.
It kind of makes sense, Raphael.
Absolutely.
Like, protein.
Anyways, Ingrid as a character, just thinking about her designs. It's funny because I think I told this to Devin one time, is how I started to warm up to Annette, and I started to warm up to Mercedes. Ingrid is still kind of in the same spot. She's a little better just because I got to know her a bit more, but she's still kind of in the same spot for me where I don't think she really catches my attention that much.
She has 3 good things. She's a little racist.
A little bit.
That's a good thing, huh?
Yeah, that's what makes me like, oh wow.
I guess it does make it a little more interesting.
My
Absolutely.
eyes pop out a little.
Shout out to
I'm
Waka.
interested.
Um,
Grand Wizard Waka. My family's poor. I need to marry someone. Crest or bad. Select crest or bad.
yeah.
And then third. Oh wait, that's actually 4 things. Then knight. I want to be knight, but that also conflicts the marriage thing. And then the 4th thing is my fiance died. Oof, I feel sad. I'm now racist because of it.
Yeah.
But she has backstory now.
Yeah, like I have like. I'm gonna say a lot of the characters in Blue Lines I don't really care for, but I will say they're more like well written than most Fire Emblem characters.
Honestly, this applies to 3 houses in general.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Just generally
Absolutely.
speaking. And
Like-
in this game, every character has at least something going for them.
Yes, there's
How many
there's
characters?
more there's more like more than one, which is Fate's thing of like, hey,
Face usually has like 2. The worst
Right.
ones are usually just 1.
How many
Yeah.
characters grand total are in 3 houses?
40?
40.
Around 40?
Yeah, so you basically have over 20 characters, and you have to write a whole synopsis on all of them. I'm very proud for the designers being able to actually write a whole, like,
That's like 40 characters they had to write about backstory. 'Cause this is
yeah, a
kinda
whole
nice to see
personality
and
too.
everything.
Personality, backstory, gimmick.
They did pretty well, honestly, with this one. Better than the mess of some of them. Because even as much as I love the Awakening cast, man, there were some very clear weak spots.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
You can
Like-
go on with Rickon and everything.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Like the weak spots I hear are better than like the weak spots of like Fates and Awakening for sure, without a doubt. I would even argue that some of the weak spots in 3 houses is sometimes better than the best of Fates.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is not saying much to certain people, but
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's still impressive.
We don't like face guys.
Like even
I
with
love
Eating
Fates.
Bread, I don't care about, but I can appreciate that there's more than like a couple things going on. It feels like she's a person. Like
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
like I can describe that with a lot of 3 Houses characters.
She's like a student that I would tutor, but I would not talk too much outside the tutorials.
Right.
Alright, sorry, this is getting into work.
Oh no, we just had that today.
Anyways, Ingrid's fine. And that's pretty much, that's honestly the worst rating I can give her.
I love the fact that we say that she's fine, yet we give her an almost perfect.
Hey, it's better than Ash.
Let's get to Ash, by the way.
Who's next, actually? Hope it's Ash.
No, it's
okay.
Felix.
Alright, we're gonna do Felix's design first. So,
Alright, so Pre,
I gotta say, man,
I like
when-
his hair.
I gotta say that when I first played the game, they made it very clear, like, oh yeah, this guy's an edgelord.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
They did not waste time with that one.
Oh yeah.
He loves to train with his sword.
But yeah, pre-time. We're not gonna talk much about pre-time skip
We
designs.
should just base our scores on the post.
Exactly, they're just here if you want to say anything about the pre-time.
I'm
And it's a good comparison just for post-time skip too, just to see the difference.
Sure.
I got some art. I can zoom.
I will retort, I still like his hair.
I like how he just got a ponytail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think his hair looks way better. I probably should have gotten a different picture. I got like the concept art for it,
Yeah.
but I think he looks way better in this one.
Okay.
I always loved his like little checkered thing on his left arm. I always thought that was my
It's
favorite part of the design.
aesthetically pleasing.
Really?
Yeah, it
I
looks
never
really cool.
I never really paid much mind to it. I was like, okay.
It's the little things.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
weird because I still like the little cape and how it's not even a full cape, but it's nice.
Like honestly, I now looking at the design, I'm not really impressed by it.
Maybe it's
personally.
just the
You know
actual
what's
picture.
weird is that one
Maybe.
thing that I don't like that if you scroll down, that, I don't really like the tights. I wish he was technically wearing pants.
Like I said, it's a little weird now that I look at it.
Yeah.
I never noticed it. It's the same. In
Yeah,
this.
because like you have the skirt, and if it like kind of folded over fully, it would be better.
I see what
But
you
his
mean.
tights just look weird,
I see.
especially because everything up above is very puffy.
Anyways, I don't think this concept art is really doing it justice now that I look at it.
Mm.
That being said, though, I do think his design was definitely an improvement. Even though it's funny because I was expecting him look more like an edgelord when I was looking at the post time skip. But
No,
no,
but he's wearing bright blue.
Yeah, honestly, I think it still works for him too.
Hmm.
That's what's surprising. They didn't have to make him all in just black or red or something.
It's funny because when I only got him in Golden Deer, and so when I got him before the time skip, I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder what he's gonna look like. And then after the time skip, like, okay, he's gonna be wearing black, maybe some red,
Have a
maybe
crow on
lot
his
of
arm.
dark colors, maybe he darkened up his hair. No, he comes back wearing bright blue and brown. I'm like, huh, that's new.
I guess the only edgier thing that he got with got his hair a little more messier.
Yeah, he never got a haircut.
No, he just let it go. Anyways, design wise, okay, this game's gonna get a lot of 4s, I think.
I
I'm
think
gonna give it a
so.
3.
That's fair.
Is that based off of personality?
No,
No.
Okay.
no, it's only strictly design. But yeah,
If it was personality, it'd be worse.
that's what we're gonna get to real soon. Anyways, 4 out of 5 for me. Derek.
I almost want to give him a 5, but just because of the like the lower half, I'm gonna have to give him a 4.
Yeah, that's a shame. All right, so personality-wise, I think Felix is pretty decent to good and supports. Once you get to his story, he's kind of insufferable for
I
me.
mean,
Little bit.
once in this main story,
The main story, yeah. He's extremely insufferable in the main Blue Lion story for me, honestly.
All right, I gotta talk about Felix now.
All right, do it, man.
Talk about Felix.
Let it out. Let it go.
Felix, is fucking annoying as shit at times. A lot. Cause he's just what?
Speak up.
Okay, I'll go.
It sounds more like he touched you in a bad way. The way you're making it sound.
Well, I'm weakened. I'm in a weakened state. I can't unleash my rage.
All right, everybody.
But a lot of his, even his support sometimes, like, it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. I know in certain people, like, justify, like, because, like, he just likes to train. He doesn't want to be reminded of the past because his brother died.
My brother.
And I kind of do like how he doesn't respect chivalry or honor because he finds it stupid and that's what killed his brother. And it's just like, he's like, that's bullshit. And I can appreciate that aspect of his character, but like there's such like an outer shell of like bullshit I have to deal with that I'm like I don't like to. It's like, oh, what the hell am I gonna describe him? It's like breaking a walnut.
Yeah.
Like you want to get in the good stuff, but it's such a hassle getting there, and it's just like sometimes I'm like, is it even worth it? That's how I feel about Felix, and that's how I feel about certain other characters in Blue Lines too, especially one other one.
It's like their overall personality is it's livable, but when you have to put them in the story and surround them with others, it's like, boy.
Sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna push you away, and it kind of I kind of get angry when Felix is such a good unit. He's
Absolutely.
insanely good.
He's got to train for a reason.
He's so fast.
Derek,
So
how do you feel about him personality wise? Actually, kind of curious.
I never played Blue Lion, so
You had some exposure to him because you had him in the Golden Deer.
no, absolutely. But most of the supports that I ever had him in was probably with like Dorothea, which was very understandable. It wasn't. He's not a cheery person. That's for damn sure. Is that he doesn't smile at all.
You want to know how edgy he is? He doesn't like sweets.
No, he doesn't. And
I think he likes bitter stuff too.
yes, his support.
There's only one other character that does too, which is funny.
His
Only 2 characters.
His support with Lysithea is probably my favorite throughout the entire game, just because she offers him cake and he's like, I don't know what to do with this, and she's like, you eat it. He's like, I don't want to. It's like, I just don't want to. It's like, I want to put it on the floor because I don't want it.
But at the end of this, at the end of the support though, Lysithea made Felix like sweets.
Yeah.
Really?
And then they got married.
Yeah. Fucking man.
Isn't there endings like, oh, they opened like a sweet shop, or is that someone else's?
You tell me.
I don't think I got their parrot ending.
I didn't
so
either.
wouldn't know. Funny enough, I actually got Dorothea's. I got the same one.
Yeah, it's very easy too.
I don't know how I got it, but I did. Anywho, I think Felix for me, like, I like him enough. Like, I think, again, like I said, there's a lot of good supports that I like with him. I do find it funny, like, there's this pattern there that I think he has a fetish for short girls.
Oh yeah, the children.
That's just a meme.
I honestly seeing the pattern, though, I'm like, I don't know, because the characters he's, like, the most kindest to are Bernadetta, like, Scythia, Annette, and some other character. I forgot the other
Is it
character.
Bernie? Or is that...
Yeah.
Was it Bernie?
Yeah. I mean, Bernie acts a little bit like Bernie and gets him a little frustrated, but he deals with it, which I find funny.
That's weird.
It's because Bernie secretly actually knows Pass and teleports behind him, and he wants to learn from her.
My God.
Okay.
It's a little neat thing. And then Ned, it's God. That support conversation with Annette and Felix is still the weirdest one because Felix is so oddly affectionate towards Annette. It's kind of off-putting.
Well, I've heard from a video like he acts rude to people that reminds him of his past, interrupts his training, or really like chivalry.
I guess.
Example: his friends remind him of his past. Chivalry is reminded through Ash. And like flaying other people interrupt his training, and he always gets mad about it. He's like, "Oh, fuck off!" But like Annette doesn't do any of those, so he's okay.
It's just so odd.
That's what I've heard from a video.
That's fair, but it's kind of just so just opposing.
Sure.
It's weird. I get that.
It's super weird. Anyways.
Like Ingrid. Felix is an interesting character, but unlike Ingrid, sometimes I can't stand him.
That's fair.
I think the only reason why I like him more than you guys is probably because I didn't have to suffer through the insufferability.
Do you kin with him, Derek?
So I can. I understand a lot of his viewpoints.
That's good enough for me.
Can't wait to see your cosplay of Felix, Derek.
Oh,
Perfect.
And I still
expect this Anime Expo 3030.
and I still like Felix though, just because I did most of my time spent with him was through supports, especially my most recent time doing all the character supports.
Okay.
So I like Felix. I can't place him above just because of his story.
You stupid boy. Ooh.
That support's still pretty good though. That support's still pretty good though.
It's good because Dimitri's like, yeah.
And I also like his A1 too because Felix just calls him out and says like, Dimitri, quit fucking bitching. You think I don't have to deal with all this fucking shit? The only difference is that I don't put it on others. You do.
Ooh.
So quit being a little bitch, man, or else be a fucking gravedigger.
Oof. That little hit, a little close.
And then I just love how Dimitri's like, wow, you're really rough around the edges, Felix. But when we get to know you, and then Felix like, shut up. No, I don't like it.
Don't sympathize with me, you pig.
Anyways, again, Felix is better in supports. God, it's insufferable in the story. Anywho, next character we got. I love that you just saw the picture. I saw your face. I'm like, oh God.
Here's the other character that I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
We might as well get him out of the way, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we are literally saving the best for last.
To do?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
No.
No?
I'm going in just Wikipedia reverse order.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Mr. Sylvain Jose Gautier.
I'm gonna make one comment about his time skip. I like the arm thing.
It's pretty good.
It gives him personality.
Wait,
He looks like a dude, bro.
that he rolls up his sleeve?
No, he's just doing this.
His pose.
He's like, hey guys, what's up?
Alright, okay.
Every time I look at this picture, I just can see the text down here saying, if you ever come close to me again, I'll punch you in the fucking mouth.
I also like how his uniform's a little more open.
It's pretty good. Honestly,
very laid back.
This is one of the few that I kind of like the pre-time more than the post-time.
Right.
And I think my master will just go
I actually agree. I also like his hair a lot.
I'll use this tiny picture.
Yeah,
his armor is so fucking plain.
Yeah, his post-time one kind of blows.
It's weird how you can go from this and then Ingrid's and it's like there's nothing.
It's like a reversal of it. Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because
I feel he loses personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because I like his hair more in this one.
I disagree. I like his hair way more.
It's about the same to me.
I like it. I like it more in post. I'm pre. I just.
I don't know. It's about the same to me, but I'm gonna rate the pre-time skip one because that's the one I like more.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 4 because I feel some dopamine when I see him. Like design wise, I get mad when I think about him.
That's fair. I'll give him a 3. I like it. That's just kind of it.
I think I'll also give him a 3.
Oh wow!
Almost staging on a 2 because again it's very.
What, you don't like dude bros?
No, again I like his hair more in post.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to judge him by post if you like that one more?
No, because he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any percent. Like again, if he could just let the hair go and then like throw it
I
back
see.
during pre, everything would be perfectly fine. He would be an almost 5 for me.
Wow. All right.
But no,
That's a big
all
difference.
he did was let the hair go and he put on the most dullest looking armor possible. It is literally cliche armor, and it's like, well, there you
I
go.
love Stalin Sully. Anyways,
I miss Sully.
I don't.
moving on to personality character.
He like girls.
I really my favorite thing about him is just his.
I was waiting for you to say that you related.
No, his
No,
gameplay,
Hector doesn't hate women.
his game
So incel.
his gameplay thing. What with supports go is that he has so many supports with female characters, yet most of them are only B supports.
Yeah.
I remember you told me this. It blew my mind.
Yep, the only characters that he can S support with are the ones that get to know him, or A support. Yeah, the one that gets A support is the ones that it's the characters that actually get to know him. This is I think he can only support with like 5 characters.
It was like Mercedes, Ingrid.
Everyone in this
Mercedes,
group.
Ingrid, Felix,
Oh yeah.
Dorothea.
Who are not gay.
Yeah, not gay.
Even though they died at the same day.
Don't worry about it.
Hashtag
Don't worry
not
about
gay.
it.
Dorothea, and there's one more character. Am I forgetting someone? Who am I missing? Dorothea. Ah, shit, I forgot. There's another character, I promise.
Annette question mark.
No, it wasn't Annette.
Oh, well.
No.
Crap. It was another.
He's a very lonely guy. We can put it.
Okay, yeah. I forgot. Maybe there's 4. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, I think it's pretty cool that they integrated that into the gameplay. So before I go any further, Devin, please dump your thoughts.
It's weird how I'm very annoyed by Sylvain, because I usually am all for the perfect character, like Sane from Fire Emblem 7. I'm like, I like Sane, even though he's just a basic bitch. Like, I like the girls, they're hot.
Same thing with Ingo.
Yes, same thing with Ingo. I like those characters, I generally do. But with Sylvain, just something about him just really got under my skin. It was just so I find him really fucking annoying at times.
He intruded a lot in the story. It's a very similar problem to me with Felix, and
Well,
honestly,
you could say that with all the characters that are not Dimitri or Dedu.
and then
honestly.
Blind, I disagree with some of the ones forward, but like I don't know with him. It's again with Ingrid, it was whatever. I find, however, a very negative energy coming from Sylvain whenever he's on the story mode or sometimes walking around the what's it called?
Maybe that's
the
on
monastery.
purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so, and you know that's great, but it diminishes my experience. I feel just
Maybe that's kind
Had to do it.
of the point-ish.
I guess, but
I don't know.
I didn't feel heavily rewarded after all of it.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
problem.
like, the most interesting thing about Sylvain is his likes women, hates women.
hmm
Which I'm like, because I didn't get it at first. Like, what's the deal? Why did he talk to women and flirts with them and he doesn't like them? And you were like, oh, to hurt them. Like,
Yeah.
oh!
He wants to purposely hurt them.
Because
Oh my God.
because it's another case of like crests are bad. Because people want me for my crest.
He is pretty much
and want big crest, baby.
outside the main characters, and maybe like Scythia, he's probably the person that hates Crest the most.
Yeah, okay.
Edelgard.
Yeah.
Like also there's another aspect of him I do appreciate, which is his insight and his actual intelligence, which is brought up in Annette's, where Annette's like, dude, how are you so good? But I think my favorite example is when he's like, Dedu, I think Dusker, I don't think you guys did it. With my giga brain, I think, and this is in the C support, I really liked it, because he was like, hey, I think you guys are okay. It's like, thanks.
Yeah. He also mentioned something like that with Lysithia. I was like, wow, you're actually really smart or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Although my favorite support of Sylvain's is Lawrence.
Absolutely.
how can
Because
How
it's just
phenomenal
it's such a
support.
like, no, I'm better.
it's so petty and
It's
it's
the best.
absolutely amazing.
It's the
Mhm.
best. Lawrence has the best support.
If you haven't seen the support, go see it, guys. It's really good.
Lorenz and Sylvain, perfect.
No, it's
Anyways,
good. Yeah.
I don't know what else I can add on with Sylvain, honestly. I mean, I kind of said all I really wanted to about Sylvain. I just don't really. He never really clicked when I first saw him. Honestly, that's kind of it.
No.
It's like, honestly, at points, I sometimes hate Sylvain a bit more. Honestly.
Than Felix?
Yes.
Huh.
Because he gets on my skin a little bit more. I don't quite know why.
Because his I don't know, maybe his downfalls are a lot more repetitious than Felix's.
Maybe.
He's very hot and cold for me. Some days I feel like I really like him. Some days I feel like I really hate him. And, you know.
Likes women, hates women. Likes Sylvain.
There you
hates
go.
Sylvain.
I guess it's very thematical
like,
to his character.
Like all characters, he has that core of like, cool, got some stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But like Felix, he has that layer of like, oh, Jesus Christ. And it's bigger than the core, I feel.
That's very true. Alright, so with all that being said,
God, it's so dull. I hate it.
any last thoughts on Sylvain?
I got nothing.
Fuck him.
There we go.
Because no one else will.
Gaim.
Because he wants to be...
Anyways, let's talk about...
Let's talk about the best design pre-time skip.
You think
Are
so?
you sure?
Because it's different.
Okay, fine.
I also like the mom cut.
The mom.
Oh, yeah. She's...
Even though she's younger.
Well, she's
Hey,
23.
she's 28. I remember.
23 in pre-time skip, 28 in post.
Oh,
really?
All right, I'm sorry. I'm thinking MILF age.
MILF is 28, man.
Yeah,
Get a
it
load of
works.
this society.
It works out there.
I guess it can be, but it's like...
Actually, hell, 22 works out there.
18, theoretically.
Yeah. 12, theoretically.
Okay. You're not wrong with theoretically, but let's keep it at theoretical.
There's them countries.
Let's keep it at theoretical.
Sure.
Anyways, Mercedes' pre-time skip design, looks a little different.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks like she's a commoner, which she is.
I was just about to say, she does suffer from, like what Ingrid has, which is very NPC face.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think she's more distinct than that. I'm just saying about her clothes.
Yeah,
I'm
her
not
face
sure,
is
but it's
pretty
just like-
But it makes her more stand out.
she has pretty big fucking puckery lips.
What?
That's up to you, man.
She has the lips like ooh like that. It's not very portrayed well in this image.
Okay.
It's mostly portrayed better in her portrait art,
Sure.
Okay.
and or when you look at her sideways,
Okay.
you can definitely notice it. But she kind of has a little bit of a duck face going.
I don't know. I like
She
it.
takes great selfies.
She probably would have done that.
I like the design a lot to the point where I think I would really like her, but something happened.
But I'm gonna talk about what I like more, which is her post-time skip design.
Me too.
I feel really conflicted about this design.
Look at her.
think so?
She's a perfectly nice church-going girl.
There's one big reason, and I think you can tell what.
It's the
It's the
hair.
hat.
It's the hair.
Oh.
Got
At first, I was like, I have a weird cycle
Yes, you do.
about how I felt about Mercedes post skip. I was
Oh, I
like,
thought you meant like your fluctuations between long and short hair.
hey, it's specific, it case by case. But anyways, back to this
Okay.
point. At first, I was like, oh, I don't know. Then I was like, this is pretty good. To now, I'm like, oh, I don't know. So, but I like everything else. Everything else, I think, is actually better.
I will say though, she doesn't look good with the hat off. I gotta admit that.
The hat does help. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, I think it works well with the hat, but the minute you take off the hat,
God, both her and Dorothy, I swear to God.
What?
With the hats, like
Sure.
when you get in game, they have to take the hat off, and it's like, why?
She looks like a little weird in pre-time skip. Not gonna lie, with the hat off. Anyways, but yeah, honestly, I just really love the design, especially in the portrait. I kind of wish I took the portrait picture. It's just the fucking angle she's taken in. I don't know. I just really like the portrait. Just can't really see it here.
It's funny because they use very simplistic colors for her because she's a very simplistic girl. But I really like all the uses of it. A lot of beiges and brown, and it works very well for her.
I'm gonna give this one a 5.
I also want to give it a 5.
And you're gonna give it a 1, right?
Based
4.
Oh
Wow, 4 plot twist.
Striking.
Everything else but the hair is great.
From the scalp down.
Wow, I was expecting a 3.
No.
That's a major surprise.
I feel more dopamine for this than than looking at Felix post time skip, so I'm
God, I
doing it
hope
like
so.
that.
That's fair. All right, so let's talk about the Mercedes
Or my most
Toyota.
disappointing
The
character.
Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
She's a good car
I
company.
thought she was gonna be waifu, man. I really thought.
That's what I kept hearing about that too, because she's supposed to be the nice girl, and she definitely is out of
Yes.
all the characters.
Yes, she
To
definitely is.
Bolt? Question mark?
I used to think that maybe Flame was the nice character, and Flame is pretty nice, but she's also very like, I think she has. It's not her strongest personality.
Don't
I'd
fuck
say.
with her fish.
Fish.
But I think Flame's main personality is like being wise to other characters, but
Yeah.
Or like, what you doing?
so
Yeah,
yeah, or
pretty
something
much.
like that. But Mercedes' main personality is definitely being nice to the point where there's flaws that get, or like it turns into a flaw in certain supports.
Yeah, she's
and then-
extremely nice to a fault.
I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about this, although I think I remember seeing somewhere where, like, why is she joining Dimitri's army and the thing if she doesn't want to kill or whatever? It's like she's like so nice because she doesn't want to let her current friends down, apparently.
Because her
So
best friend is Anna, and Anna's father is a knight of Saros. Therefore,
I guess so.
He
Yeah.
joined back to Fargus in the post time skip.
that's true.
Yeah, you can only play him in blue lines.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So he is a knight that
He
that,
was
that fights.
he was in Saros in pre, and then in post he was like, oh, I'm back.
Okay.
There's like other things like Jurixa kind of walking all over her in the past and whatever, and just kind of letting things happen when she probably should have done something about it.
The most interesting thing about her is her backstory. I feel.
There's a lot going for her in her backstory.
Yeah.
A surprising amount, and you wouldn't expect it from this character either.
Also, like this goes for a lot of the blue lines. I feel like is they got really good integration of like actual main story importance.
Yeah,
'Cause,
very much so.
She's related to Death Knight. Like Ash is related to Leonardo. Sylvain's related to the guy who stole the relic.
And his brother.
His brother.
Felix is related to the tragedy of and Rodrigue.
Yeah,
Sorry, I accidentally said the word.
you gotta censor that out.
You're gonna have to censor that, or YouTube's gonna cut the channel.
Please do that. It'd be funny.
Ingrid is related to Glenn, etc., which is related to.
Well, I'm just saying the relationships Blue Lines have with the enemy side makes them more important, more standoutish, which is probably one reason why people say Blue Lines is the better route. And I can understand that in that viewpoint.
In that viewpoint, yeah, I can understand that as well.
Sure.
Even though I have my own disagreements about it.
Golden Deers for life.
Absolutely.
Um,
Knights of Saros said no one.
I love Silver Snow.
Earth's
Any-
the best route.
There's only one knight that I care about, and you can get her anyway.
There we go. Anyways, I think Mercedes is really cool with some certain characters too.
Now with Annette.
Not with oh god, that's the worst support in the game. I hate the Annette and Mercedes
It's
support.
the worst support in the game and actively makes me upset to think about.
It's not even boring. It's just awful.
How cliche could you
Because
possibly
it
get?
establishes friends.
We are friend.
Conflict, resolve conflict. Nothing of interest happens. It's just
Bazinga.
it's just a petty squabble. You could have gone over their backstory, how they met.
Never.
Could have done something else. Please.
Not even their parent ending is that good. All it really is that they both went their separate ways for a bit, and when they both got old, they both decided just to hang out again.
We are
Made out.
so good friends. Friends for life, bitches.
Oh man, yeah. It's
Like,
you would think they
it's-
would be better,
It's
but
one of the supports that actively irritates me in 3 Houses, which is not a lot. A lot of the support, some of the supports do bore me, but this just gets to me. Because the potential of it being like, oh, how they met, how they feel about each other, or just explore something else.
they made it very brief on how they met. I don't think it was that big.
Yeah,
of a
it was
deal.
just like how we met in magic school.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Amazing.
But whatever.
It would have been
That's-
phenomenal if it was like, oh, hey, do you remember back in school when we did this? Whole support for that. Like, why not?
But I did like Mercedes support with what was it with with Sylvain. With
Yeah. Because it's mainly more about Sylvain, really.
yeah, that's fair.
Which is fine.
But it only
I
works
think he
because it
needs
is Mercedes.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
she's willing to who put others in front of herself,
Right.
which is why it works.
Because she's so nice.
She doesn't really talk about herself much.
Because she's very nice.
That's why I like the one with Ferdinand, because he makes her talk about herself.
Because Ferdinand is a Chad.
Exactly. The
He's a
Chad is the Chad.
He's a huge bumblebee.
What do you mean I'm like a bee? Anyways, we'll get to that one in the Black Eagles and how amazing. I'm gonna steal Devin's word, but Kino, Ferdinand.
It's not
is.
my words, the internet word. I stole it.
It's between the three of us. You're the one that uses it the most. That's good enough. Anyways, I like Mercedes. I think she's cool. Not amazing, but she's cool. I guess. I grown to like her. I used to think she was really really boring, but honestly, out of the 3 girls in Blue Lions, I think she's the one that I like the most.
The only thing saving her from being a complete boring character is his backstory. Other than that, she might have been my least favorite Blue Lions, but hey, she's not Ash.
And hey, she's hot.
That goes for any female character. Speaking
Not all of
of
them.
Ash, I think he's next, or it's Annette. It's Ash.
is
There you
Ash.
go.
Oh,
All
here's
right.
the worst Blue Lion.
Hey, guess what? You know what's interesting about this uniform? He's wearing a fucking hoodie.
All right. Can someone
He
just?
does.
Can, so does Bernadetta.
Does she?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh, yeah, I think
That
you're
kind of
right.
makes sense.
I think you're
She's
absolutely
like,
right.
ooh.
I must hide. Yeah. It's you.
Okay. Can I just say that Ash looks a little bit like Robin from Fire Awakening? Just a little bit.
Kind of. He just looks more like a twink.
Yeah. Like a tween Robin.
Yeah.
I guess. I think it's just the hair.
I kind of like his hoodie. It really helps me.
Their hoodies are saving grace. Anyways,
yeah,
that's
it
help.
gives me something different to look at. For
Anyways,
God's sake.
I think Ash is fine, honestly, in pre-time skip. I think he works pretty alright for what he is.
Sure, he is.
I always did love his smile though in pre-time skip.
He's so happy.
Yeah, I always liked it a lot.
I wanna
The
die.
3D one's whatever.
What?
What?
Anyways, the post-time skip I think is interesting.
The hair got better.
I like how he just grew up.
Yeah, he's just big boy now.
Yeah, he got tall.
basically. I think his portrait looks a little weird in post-time skip. That's why.
Yeah, because he had like a half shave.
Mm-hmm.
And also just the way his emotions look, like his anger and happy, like it looks weird. I was like,
I do like pre-time skip angry Ash is pretty good
yeah.
because he's like angry, but like you can tell he's like upset.
Yeah.
Like he's about to cry while he's angry.
Oh well, like his post-time skip one looks like he's about to fucking punch you in the face, man. Like he looks legitimately upset. He's about to give you a vibe check.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I think he looks.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he looks something.
He's
He looks like
fine.
something.
It's funny. As much as I love his uniform, it's very plain.
I think it's the colors. There's just.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I feel like an accent color is missing.
Yeah, they tried to mesh it. It looks like maroon, but I want to say it's brown.
I feel if they gave him like a streak of white or something, it would have made it look way better. I feel
yeah,
it's
kind of like Felix, where it just made him stand out. This one makes him look very plain.
it's missing a strong color, and I think that's kind of what sucks. But anyways, I think this design I like more than pre, so I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'm gonna give it a 3 too.
He keeps his hoodie. I'll give it a 4.
I don't think there's any really bad design in this game. There's
No.
the worst it is like boring.
Yeah. Well, we got to get to Cyril, and then we'll be shooting out ones out the ass.
Who?
Exactly.
Cyril.
Well,
Anyways,
he's not here. He can't hurt me.
not in
Not
this
bad.
one. Not in this
Even
one.
though I had a blue line. Oh god.
Don't worry, we all
You
had
vibe
to.
check yourself.
Hey,
Anyways,
Cyril, guess what? You want to clean? Good. That's all you'll be doing. You're sitting out of battle.
personality-wise, it's so funny when I think about Ash because I always am a sucker for characters who are who are all about like justice and trying to do the right thing, and who have decently interesting backstories with like redemption arcs and everything. But for some reason, I just don't click with Ash. I think when I think of characters with a good moral compass that I like, and I think of Ferdinand more. Maybe because he's got more charisma going for him.
Ferdinand von Iron.
Mr. Ferdinand von Iron.
I think of Lorenz myself.
Well, morals are a little weird with. Oh, I'll get to him later. But
He's a good guy.
I know we have to get to the better characters in the next episode.
yeah. Um, anyways, Ash, personality-wise, or like, he's fine. He's just a nice kid. That's really all I can sum him up.
He's good boy.
Uh,
He wasn't, but is not good boy.
Yeah, his thing is like, I have siblings. My big bro died. My stepfather died. I feel very mad. I was a thief at one point.
I was
My
hungry.
parents used to run a restaurant. That was weird.
It's kind of neat just having a little extra history, I think.
Yeah. What the hell else? Oh yeah, he likes chivalry. And Felix tries to own him with facts and logic about that.
But Ingrid gets nerds out with him, which I do like.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. What else?
I mean, that's a lot already, man. Like,
that is a lot.
That's just
Like
Ash.
Ingrid, there's a lot. But I feel more indifferent towards Ash because at least Ingrid has the oh wow racism.
it really
it's
does.
honestly my favorite trait about her because it's so like it makes sense, but at the same time, like I didn't expect anyone to be racist.
It's definitely an interesting conflict with the do.
Right.
Yes, and
That's
they
what I
do
liked
resolve
about
it.
That's what I like. It's kind of, I think that's what it is. I feel Ash's what's it called? His flaws or whatever, like his personality doesn't have any conflicts. Like there's not really a lot of highs or lows with him. He's very
They
safe.
did tell me there was one instant where he was like,
Yes, and that is the Catherine support.
where he was like, "Ooh, you killed my brother."
Yeah, when Catherine was apparently like a person that, I mean, she was also, she could arguably also be responsible with the death of his stepfather.
Right.
Yeah.
But killed his brother, and there's some other things, and Catherine says like, "Oh, you're angry, huh? You're angry, huh?" And he's trying not to show it. It's like, all right, if you're that fucking angry, come at me. Come on. I know you want to do it. I don't care.
He probably had the.
Oh yeah, and he got really, really upset and actually did it and tried to let it all out.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that Catherine was basically that Seymour face being like pathetic.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
But no, that was pretty much my favorite instance because I think it really gave an extra layer to Ash.
Because
It
it
was the most
showed
amount of
that
emotion he showed.
he can crack
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and not be the nice boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like with enough pressure and with a certain topic, he can be like, go nuts.
But that's the problem. I feel like I don't get a lot with him when he gets some sort of
No, he's pretty agreeable guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when Felix tries to own him, like he's like, "Wow, you're like the guy in my book. Wow."
That's also true. I think it's also the same thing. Like, God, I hate bringing up Ferdinand so much but I think he's a decent comparison because of the moral compass thing. And I think Ferdinand tries to at least expand on both his own character and someone else's character when he has a support with them. Ash just kind of stays safe in both characterizations.
Right.
From what I'm getting at is like Ash, he's like, "Oh, that's fine if you have a differing voice, okay." Except when you try to make him mad. But Ferdinand, he's like, "Huh? Why do you feel this way?"
Yeah,
Let me tell you how I feel about it.
And then,
Of course.
And let's have
And then
a
you can go.
friendly
Yeah.
debate.
That's exactly it. Like you said, Ash plays it way too safe. He's like, oh yeah, that's type of like everyone's able to have their opinion.
But it's not.
It's perfectly
But
fine.
it's not the fun, ridiculous safe like Ignatz either.
Right. But like you said, when
Ignatz
Ferdinand
is
does it, he's
wrong.
like, this is what I think. Now let's try to have this conversation.
Yeah.
It's like now that we have two either opposing or agreeable viewpoints, now we can try to either come to a conclusion. Either we hate each other or we don't.
Actually, another one that I do like is the one with Caspar, just because they're very different. Where Ash is more
Yeah.
patient with someone, and Caspar is willing to go Leroy Jenkins.
It's funny that you say that because at the very beginning, I could have I constantly switched the two of them because they almost had the same hair.
A little bit.
I was like, which one had the blue
yeah,
hair?
I see what you mean. Anyways, Ash.
Ash's boy.
Whatever.
His boy.
That's pretty much what I'm putting
He's
him
the
as.
worst character for a reason, because I just don't care. Even despite all he has, it's not enough. It's like Gilbert in a way.
I really gotta think about it, and his support is with Catherine is strong. The same thing with Caspar, but I think Gilbert still had that good conversation with Dimitri, Dedu, and Annette. So it's 3/2.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And even Cyril, I like him more than Ash.
Really? Ash gets under. I mean, Cyril gets under my skin. Ash doesn't. He's
he does a
inoffensive.
little, but I think Cyril is a little more understandable.
Also,
why he
Cyril's
does it.
boring to me. Really boring.
Facts.
He once you get to his good supports, he's fine. I'm not saying he's great, by the way. I want to point that out. I just saying I like him more than Ash, and I want to keep it at that. I don't want to raise anything higher than Cyril. I like him more than Ash. Don't make me defend him any more than I need to.
It's putting like a lot of pressure on a piece of coal just to get like a piece of quartz.
Exactly.
Come on.
Don't make me defend Cyril, please. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
No. You drew your
I'm
sword.
surprised you're even in that position.
I don't want to do it.
You drew your sword. We're fighting this.
It's not a fight I wanted. Anyways, Ash is whatever.
Ash's boy.
If you guys, no final comments because I don't think he needs to warrant any.
To be fair,
ooh.
in the very beginning, unless you mentioned him at all, I honestly kept forgetting he existed.
I don't
Do you
blame
think Ash would go to R/nice guys?
Nah, I don't think he looks.
No, he's
for women.
actually a nice guy. So you're right.
Yeah, he probably goes on like
R cute puppies.
Yeah.
R wholesome memes.
There you go.
He probably goes like on R fantasy writers or something.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, thinking about it,
Or something like that. Anyways, Annette.
Girl.
I am a hard worker.
It's funny because again, like all the female characters. Actually, no, wait. It's his personality first. I need to talk about it.
Design.
Let's talk about
Which
her
actually
design.
ties into my favorite part about her character, which is how cute she is.
She is pretty cute.
So
I like her little ponytails, or what the hell are? Is that a ponytail?
Pigtails, whatever.
Pigtails.
you know, a
Are
little.
they not at the end?
They're like little pigtails-ish.
Whatever.
They're kind of weird. They're weird.
They're cute.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's all that matters.
I remember
Okay.
being in the subreddit and I saw a comment. I forgot what was the context of the support or the not the support the
comment?
topic,
Yeah.
but I always find it funny that someone said, I would like Annette, but I feel really weird trying to support her because she looks just like it looks and acts just like my sister.
Oh no.
And then someone commented even better.
Oh.
that guy who commented doesn't have a sister.
Yeah, 100%. There's a reason why I'm the person in this room that probably hates the instant the hardest is because I had 3 younger sisters.
Well, I can tolerate the most because I only had to deal with a younger brother.
There we go.
And I don't give a shit about it because I'm an only child.
Yeah.
Anyways, Annette's design, it's cute in this one.
It
Nothing
is
really
cute.
much to
They're
do.
really the pigtails are really helping it out.
It's funny because I really don't. Well, I won't say that I really don't, but I'm not a huge fan of her portrait art. I think it looks a little. I don't know.
She feels like she's kind of hunched up.
It's kind of weird.
It
I
is
don't
kind of
know.
weird.
I don't like
She's
it.
a nervous girl.
Oh,
But
She is just
her
girl.
post time skip one is a weird picture. But
That's fine.
it's weird how
Tea
her,
party.
like she got her hair like grew out. I'm like, huh. I kind of miss the pigtails.
I see what you mean. But I don't know. I kind of like
I
it.
do like her outfit though. It's really cute.
Even though it's oddly a little tighter than I think. It's kind of like a dress thing. Like it's weird.
I'm fine with it. I like it.
I think it's an interesting choice. I'm not saying it's bad
Right.
or good, but it's an interesting choice.
I
say.
definitely like what she's wearing. It's just the hair's kind of throwing me off.
A little bit. But yeah, I generally like this design. I definitely like the colors and everything. So design-wise, I'm giving her a 4. Also because she's the shortest character, so.
What does that have to do with anything?
Makes her even cuter.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do half, so fuck.
no.
I'll just do 4 because I feel like she's better than 3.
Okay. Derek?
I have to give her a 2. There's
Really?
honestly
Is it the orange?
no. In fact, I like orange, but there's nothing about her that I like.
You like the orange, but there's nothing about you.
Just because you like a color doesn't mean that it makes her an overall great character.
Do you like her pre-time more?
No, in fact, I don't like it at all. The way that you guys say that it's cute, I almost wanted to give it a 1 just because it's girl.
Wow.
It is stereotypical girl.
You know, I think
All
it's,
she is girl.
I think it's always interesting having different opinions from people. I think Derek definitely.
It's like I
Yes,
don't.
he delivers in that front.
It's like I don't. I barely like her outfit, which is why I'm giving her a 2. I don't like the hair. I don't like her pre-time. She is, to me, she is just girl.
That's fair, and honestly, that's kind of what I thought about her too, personality-wise, for a while.
I still kind of think that.
A little bit, yeah.
Her thing I got was like hard worker. Dad's gone. He went for a smoke, never came back.
Oh, but it turns out he was.
I went to magic school, and Mercedes is my best friend.
Period.
What the hell else?
She likes to sing.
Right.
And
she
she's
does like
a
this
pretty
thing.
good
She's
singer.
embarrassed when other people find out. Friends, Felix of Cake.
Yeah.
She threatens Felix with something.
or something. Yeah, I
She's
don't know
really
what it is.
embarrassed though.
But
But
no,
that's how they get along the most, is because he asks her to sing for him.
so that's what I'm gonna say is that she's definitely one of the cutest characters, and I think that's
I'm your girl.
doing a lot of supports with her. It kind of like it eventually sticks to you. Just seeing her enough. So I'm gonna skip all the ones where she just tries to act like that. Is like that. That's pretty much what she is. Except for Mercedes one. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to add too much on that. But the ones I do want to specifically talk about is probably my favorite one with her, which is the Gilbert one.
You did.
So I think
Why'd you leave, Dad?
that's basically what it was, and it just kind of like at first she was just really like disappointed in it, but once we got to the post time skip, she kind of like develops her feelings and becomes more solid. Where I think Gilbert says like I want to apologize or something to her, and it says, and she like calls him out saying, "Don't apologize to me. I don't give a shit. I'm an adult. I have my own things going for me. But my mom there is still waiting for you. Say sorry to her. She's the one that deserves it. I don't give a shit anymore." And I always thought that was kind of neat. Just seeing her maybe like trying to. She doesn't hunger for the attention, but she still looks out for her dad, which I think is very mature for her.
I'm thinking about Annette, and I think I was too harsh on Mercedes, because at least Mercedes has one thing I really liked about her. Annette is cute, and that's cool, but like personality-wise, there other stuff. There's nothing like that spark of like, woo!
Mm-hmm.
And I clap. Like with Ingrid and her racism and Mercedes and her backstory, there's not the, ooh, I'm clapping, that's kind of cool. There's nothing like that with Annette, so I guess, like Ash, she's
Well, Annette's a girl, so she probably...
Annette is girl.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Mercedes. You're third worst. Congratulations.
I wouldn't be far too surprised if like the initial grouping, especially like S class or S tiering, in the very end for a lot of people who first play Blue Lions. I forgot what we were on. I was about to say Blue Deer. Blue Lions. Would be just Ash and Annette.
Really?
Just because it just sounds too easy. It's like it is boy and it is girl. Therefore, at the very end, they are boy girl.
You know what the pairing I got for Ash
Hmm.
to do? You know what they do?
They
They grill. We're just grilling. That's it, pretty much.
Just grill buddies.
I think it's mainly like, Dedu hanged out with Dimitri, and Ash was like, hey, I'm doing it in. Let's grill.
Okay.
I like my
We got the
doing it
grill
more in
tree.
context. Which is the one with Dimitri. In context, I liked it more.
I
I'll
got really excited about
I'll
it.
get to it when we get
I
to
got really excited about it.
Dudu and Dimit.
Speaking
It's
of,
finally going to be good when I get to a character I really like.
But Annette, I like her songs. I think they're cute. Anyways,
I cringe at them because I hate singing.
but I like it though because it's just so
it's wholesome.
it's so mediocre, and I like
That's
it.
what makes it cringy for me.
That's what I like it. They're just so mundane that then it just kind of fits.
Okay.
Anyways, that is Annette. So, we got 2 more characters. Oh
Yeah!
that's a zoomed up Dudu.
Oh,
Good.
I'm so happy. We're going to talk about the best character in the game.
I disagree. Yeah, I disagree. Top 5 though. Without a doubt. I'm sorry, man.
Next episode.
How can you beat Mr. Von Eyre? No one can beat
I
Ferdinand.
do
Next
like when he says
episode.
Ferdinand von Eyre. I clapped when he did. And I clap a lot now because of that.
Anywho, we're talking about Dudu now.
Look at this
so,
guy. Look at this guy.
Let me say right now, man, like there's no character that looks like him. Probably because he's from.
Ooh, that was close. Don't want to get demonetized again.
There you go. We go under the banned words and you see.
Oh, no!
No, I said it. We're demonetized.
You
We're
gotta
taken
mute it.
down now.
You gotta mute it. Oh god,
Because
it's terrible.
every time I'm gonna say I should put a bleep.
Yeah, that's why I say it'd be funny. It's like with Oni played a.
Yeah. You guys should watch that video, by the way. We're not gonna tell you. Just watch it. Anyways,
Just watch Oni.
Just watch.
Just watch Oni
Oni
Plays
guys.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Subscribe to Oni Plays.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like to do his
No, his looks first.
big Wamu energy.
He's big,
Yes,
man.
big Wamu energy. The earring definitely
The
makes
earring
it
helps a
more
lot.
powerful.
And
Yes.
it's just like he's just massive.
Yes.
Which I think I think it's kind
I
of
think
cool.
he's the tallest character.
And pre-time skip for sure. I don't know if he is post.
Question mark.
I think he still is. It's funny enough. You would think Raphael would be the second tallest character. No, it's Dimitri.
Dimitri got gains.
He got pretty fucking tall, man.
You gotta go.
There's a reason why the most fetishized character male character in this game is Dimitri.
My guy.
But we'll get to him soon.
Well, Dimitri has the damage. Like
The punishment.
he has the punish bonus of like, ooh, I can fix him.
And he gets
It was-
both actually because he gets with and without the eye patch,
There you go.
which we'll talk about later.
Anyways, I
Let's
do
focus
like, even though I do like his pre-time, I do like his post-time skip a lot. In
I
Donkey.
like the scars, and I really like his haircut.
He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
damaged.
I also like how I think that's his earring. It moved down right here.
Yeah. Then his design in general is like a lot more colorful. This is what Sylvain should have done, man. Just made his outfit more expressive.
I also think his scarf's like, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's alright, we'll bleep it.
I hope you do.
I'll see if I'm lazy enough or not.
All right.
Anywho,
Fixing a post.
but yeah, honestly, I think he's amazing. It's great. I absolutely love his design. I think when you want to think of someone who's like a loyal soldier, looks like a fucking badass at the same time.
Yeah.
You got to do.
You got to do, and there you go.
My boy.
Honestly,
my precious lad.
And not to mention, Devin, what is today?
Deduesday.
Perfect.
It's Deduesday.
it's Deduesday indeed, the
Or-
first Deduesday of the
Or
decade.
if you really want to support Manuela female Violet, it's Dick Twist Tuesday. Yes. Dick Twist
Twist Tuesday.
Give him the old dick twist.
I
Man.
started that one real bad.
Anyways, Dedu.
The dude does it.
Dedu has a funny name. I like it.
The dude has a phenomenal name.
I like it.
like doo-doo.
It reminds me.
Why should I laugh?
I'm disappointed.
Why should I laugh? I think it was your delivery.
Oh no.
Damn it. Oh man. I think I was too tired, and I think they caught me off guard. That shit.
Got him. Got him.
Oh man. Anyways. I really like to do because I don't know. I've always been a fan of the characters who are very like quiet, like the quiet, nice types.
Yeah.
You got this with Benny, or there's another character I can't think of his name. But I've always liked these kind of archetypes. I think what I like about the dude is that he's willing to take L's
Yes.
and he relishes in them.
Like,
Absolutely.
like he tells people that, hey, don't hang out with me. I'm so
I'm from.
so people will, if you're around me, it will make you look bad, and I don't want that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He even goes for so far to Dimitri's like, hey, we're not friends. I don't come on. I don't make you look bad. You're my hero because you saved me. So don't worry about it. And Dimitri's like, hey, bro, come on,
God,
we're friends.
There he is, the man from the.
Just.
Is there a problem here? No, it's fine, Lord Dimitri. And then then the dude's like, oh, it's cool that they act like that.
Yeah, like it. Like, I think to do what really makes him for me is like, he's nice to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Even Ingrid, who shits on him for
Yes.
a whole entire season.
That's the immense racism.
I think that's what really makes him for me. Because if he was just nice to Dimitri, wouldn't give a shit about him.
Absolutely
Mhm.
not.
Because it shows how much of a strong character he has. Like, he is nice to Ingrid because I think he has some empathy. Like, oh, I get it. You know,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
fiance died. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he looks out for everybody. Like, in his team, he's like the only one he actually shits on is Felix, because he shits on Dimitri. And
He also
he's like,
shits on Gilbert pretty hard. Because he basically tells him is like, where's your fucking chivalry when you're the one that runs away?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's funny because he used to say like he used to call him a hero, but look what the fuck you are now.
But now you're cringe.
But man, dude, it's funny because the dude's such a simple character, but he's just so I don't know.
He's so likable.
I guess
Right.
so. Yeah, I think that's the word for it. He's
'Cause,
very
like-
likable. There's not a lot to say. Funny enough, just doesn't say much.
like he's like my favorite character in the Blue Lions. Probably, yeah.
Anyways, to reference that, Derek, to tell you that about that ending with Dimitri. So if
It's really good.
if I got an ending in Blue Lions, I looked up the ending in Blue Lions if Dimitri does it solo because and it's very similar to the one with Dimitri.
Mhm.
So in the solo one, he just says that he served under Dimitri's entire time, and helped him out and all that stuff. Like he helped relinquish it and said and he was right next to Dimitri on his deathbed, and he made sure to never forget him or whatever.
Yeah.
And in his supported ending with Dimitri, it's the exact same thing. But the
Why?
only ending is that Dimitri and Dedu are buried next to each other.
Yay!
Yeah,
I like that.
When
Yeah,
you told me
yeah.
that, I freaked out.
That's wholesome as shit.
It's
'Cause
really
it-
good.
It absolutely should be that way.
I never even brought it up, but his A support's really, really good because he just talks with Dimitri, of course, because he talks about how Dimitri gets frustrated to do is like, why don't you want to be my friend? And the dude basically says like, I can't do it because everyone, the hate between Duskar and the kingdom is still really crappy, but I want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
And once we accomplish that together, then can you please call me my friend? And Dimitri's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I super like that.
So let's help Claude
I
end
feel
racism.
like they have the best relationship of like the second command and the main.
Absolutely.
Lord.
And you could argue Hilda and Claude have a pretty good relationship.
But I think they have the closest.
Yeah, you know what, I agree.
For fuck's
I
sake,
mean-
they have a fucking pair ending where they die and they're right next to each other.
These two are basically like family. Hilda and Claude are really good friends.
I mean, you can make some arguments with Huber and Edelgard, but that's a little
No.
it's a little tricky with how that works because I think it's very one-sided.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree. I think Dimitri and Dedu by a long shot have.
When was there a fact that Edelgard ever gave a shit about Huber?
Well, she gives a shit, just not the
Just
same.
not in that way.
No.
Just not that hard, man. Like, also Edelgard is a pretty closed-off character to begin with. Dimitri's
Fair.
a little more
Like
emotional.
it's funny. Like expectations of Dedu is like he's gonna be closed off a little bit and really like Dimitri because sad. But he's more open than you would expect,
What?
especially when he's actually saying like, "Hey, don't hang on me."
Yeah.
But like. Who does he help out with cooking? I think he helps out with Annette or somebody cooking.
I think it's Mercedes.
No, Mercedes. He talks about his culture.
Right. It was
Which I-
it was Ash and Flame. I
Right.
think it was Ash and Flame. Both of them.
For the cooking.
Yeah. It's both of those characters actually.
Like he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna cook up a delicious meal,"
Yeah.
and Ash is like, "Wow, these things are tasting pretty good. These cuisine."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mercedes runs in and is like, "Are you eating food from
She probably wants some.
Wait,
too,
I said
honestly.
Mercedes, Ingrid.
Oh.
Maybe Evie.
The food.
Like,
Cut it in post.
like one of my more disappointing supports to do, at least because of the potential, or at least it skipped it for me, was like Mercedes because they did somewhat talk about the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it could have been a little bit more.
Should have had an Ignatz
Because
to
I
do
feel
one.
like I feel like I skipped something. Maybe
That's fair.
Should have had a Raphael in to do one. The two biggest peoples.
I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Do you lift?
Two fucking walls, man.
That would have been great. Anyways, that's a major upset. What's one more.
There's a lot of pairings in this that should have been but never were.
Oh, that's right. Let's talk about one more, which is the amazing Dedu and Shamir support, which is done better than the Saizo and Baruka
it's a better
one.
version of the C support of Saizo and
And
Baruka.
Baruka, yeah.
Where they're like, Not gonna talk much.
Dot 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 dot. There's a smile. Dot 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 dot.
Not talking much. Why need to talk when you don't? If to waste words. Exactly my point. Leaves. I was like,
Perfect.
pretty good. Makes sense.
There's a few more lines in there, but it's like
That's generally how it goes.
when I see a few more lines, I mean a few more lines.
Yeah, it's not like that C4, which apparently was bad because of translation,
Yeah.
which was like fucking bummer.
Oopsie daisy. But yeah, no, Dedu, great, amazing, love him.
Love
Top
it.
5 characters without a thought. Would have to think about top 3 though.
So you would give him a definite 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, we're not giving characters scores as personality wise, just designs, because I think it's very hard to start meshing in personalities for me.
Yeah, I like his design. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah.
We haven't given us rating already.
I think we already gave the ratings for design.
We have not.
We're not. I thought it said 5. Well, 5 it is.
Either 5, 4. I'll give him a 4 too. I like it a
I
lot.
think I'm gonna give one character a 5, and you know who it's gonna be.
Ferdinand von Iron.
No.
Anyways, let's get to the main piece of the puzzle. The man,
The legend.
Mr. Tragedy of himself. Gotta bleep that one up too.
I'm Dimitri.
Anyways,
Dimitri.
Dimitri's design alone. I mean, it should be obvious that the whole team put a lot of effort into the designs of the main 3 lords.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's no doubt that
Phenomenally.
I'm just gonna give these all characters like a 5 just right now because it's obvious.
The immediate 4 is just an immediate 5.
I think all the characters here, all the main lords have 5s for me.
Right.
Like without a second thought. And yes, I'm looking at you, Devin. Even Edelgard.
Oh no.
Post-
I didn't think about that. I did. I was like, are you sure?
Yes, I think all of them are 5s.
I would definitely give him that.
I would give.
Would you say that
Anyways,
for Byleth too?
I think Dimitri post time.
Male Byleth.
I'm gonna be very upfront with you people.
Okay.
Dimitri post time skip is my favorite design in this game.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't blame you. They're all great.
I love it.
I like, especially this one. He's like, ooh. And I like how it just shows his anguish.
Absolutely.
Also, he looks really fucking cool.
I just love the fact that he's like very much crouching down and like using his spear as support. It looks like that there's just like so much pressure weighing on his shoulders. It's very symbolic.
His
So
art piece
this
is great.
might be my only 5,
I definitely give this a 5.
Yeah.
but he's definitely a 5 for me. I really like it.
Oh yeah, it's
A
an
lot.
amazing design.
There's nothing about this
I also think his
art
armor
that
is
I love.
rad as shit.
is what?
His armor is rad as shit.
Absolutely.
It's funny when this game was first coming out, or not even coming out, when it was first being revealed, especially during the E3, was it an E3?
Mm-hmm.
It was when they showed off the post time skip designs, and they showed out the CGI. Everyone was wondering, it's like, okay, this is a school setting. Someone's gonna do something wrong. One of these lords has to be the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
And after seeing the trailers, everyone assumed it was gonna be Dimitri because he says that line, "Kill every last one of them."
Yeah.
But it's amazing how much different that line is out of with and without context now.
Right. I also have to comment, like, because that time skip trailer, I was like, I don't know who I'm going to choose. Looks at Dimitri. I don't know who I'm going to choose.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, though, he ended up being the character that is like, ooh, sympathy.
Right.
Yeah. I think a lot of people regard Blue Lions as the best because of Dimitri and his development, which I am conflicted on.
Yeah, it's the only, like, it would have been great if it was just spread out.
Yeah. Like, his pre-type skimp, I am completely fine with. Like, the whole, like, development of it. I'm fine.
You saw it pretty well,
Yeah,
honestly.
the first time you're like, you kind of raise your eyebrows is like chapter 8 because he kind of loses it a little bit. He's like, he gets really upset.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you start to see it.
And then that's the first. And then it explodes like in chapter 11.
It still gets a little bit when Byleth went into the wormhole or whatever.
Right.
He gets a little upset with that one too.
But like,
yeah.
it's creaking up. It's not like a, whoa, that was...
It builds up.
Right, there's build up. And where it explodes, like 3 chapters later, after the battle, when he's like, is this a joke? And looks at Edelgard.
And
Loses it.
There's
and gives
the meme
up
face.
the most rawest cutscene in the game where he just murders people. And people are like, is he psychotic?
I still want to make the argument that the other one is his other cutscene with
Well,
the ending.
That cutscene's raw. That one's Kino. Raw is visceral. Like, he murders some people and doesn't give a fuck.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's raw.
Do you have any thoughts just not playing Blue Lions, Derek? Just thinking about Dimitri? I'm very curious what you think.
I always liked Dimitri as a character, and I felt like that when it came to like Claude, actually when it came to Claude, Dimitri, and Edelgard, depending on like which side you were on, I always felt like that Dimitri was definitely like the fallen prince.
Yes.
That would do literally anything to like either rebuild his kingdom, to protect those he loved. He was a very merciless ruler because he goes throughout the entire land of what
Foldland.
Foldland, thank you. He goes throughout the entire land of Foldland, and he is willing to kill, just like immediately murder people just to.
No, that's not right.
No,
not at the moment. No.
Oh, okay.
What really happened was.
Correct me.
The tragedy of that.
What happened was, once he found out Edelgard was the Flame Emperor, he's like, "Fuck Edelgard, fuck her,"
and anyone associated with Edelgard,
fuck her, fuck him. So once you meet him back in, he's like, I kind of like his introduction because he's like, "Are you even real?" Like he's in there, he's deep.
Yeah.
He kind of takes a moment. He's like, "Oh, you're fine, okay." But he's like, for a good portion of the beginning of the post time skip, he is not interested in protecting Fargus, because he's just like, "Fuck him. I'm gonna kill Edelgard. That'll solve the problem."
Okay. Yeah,
because
when you
who
get
the
him,
fuck's that bitch's name? It's like,
I know who you're talking about. It's
Big
the girl.
Titty.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the girl with the biggest titties
and the shittiest smile.
Oh yeah,
just bad character.
The constipated smile.
Yeah, her. Like, she's wrecking havoc. And he's like, no, don't care. He's like, we're charging towards Imbar, the capital of the empire. Gonna kill her. That's all he said on it until something happens.
Mr. Tearless Rodrigue.
Mr. Tearless Rodrigue takes an arrow to the knee for him, and he's like, "Oh no, fuck! Oh, he's dead. Now I'm gonna go to rehab," and then he's fine. Like
just like that.
Yeah, like that's my biggest problem because I'm like, it's kind of like a blanket of like, oh, okay. I guess it's kind of like it is impactful because Rodrigue was kind of a father figure to him.
But the dude being back should have done something.
I think he was relieved. He's like, because he did think the dude died.
But you didn't see anything crack like you did in the pre-time skip, which was my biggest gripe.
Yeah, like I do. I also think there are some good things that they do pre-time skip to Dimitri's, where when you first get him, he will not interact with anybody.
I love that.
He will just stare. He'll be in the church, just staring at the rubble, not moving. The only person that doesn't go close to him is the dude. He's right by him once he gets back. Everyone else is just like, oh, jeez, I hope Dimitri's okay. But doesn't do anything. I really do like that, because it implements gameplay to convey a point that Dimitri's far gone. He doesn't give a shit. He just wants to kill her.
I really wish they did that more with other characters, man.
I really like that. That's a really good touch. And I think that really adds to Blue Lions as a whole.
It's great.
It's just when the transfer to that to, okay, guys, I'm better now, is really jarring to me. Like, that was quick.
That really is the weird part.
Because what happens is you get a girl who's like, oh no, my brother's dead, and you know she's gonna do something because she joins with the army, and you're like, Jesus Christ! It's so like it's so forecast. It's so annoying when she finally does it, and you don't know, like Rodrigue takes the hit, and you're like, oh shit, okay, and then like it's like, okay, all right, and then it gets better.
That's just it. Yeah.
Like, because I hate how it's forecast, because you just know it's gonna happen, because she gets red. It's kind of, but she's a symbol that what he's doing is making more of him.
Yeah.
Because he's angry because of what happened to his parents at Dusker, and she's doing exactly what he's doing, except to him, because he's become what he hates.
Pretty much.
I do appreciate that symbolism, but I don't appreciate how like get it.
I
Do
don't
you know what she's gonna do?
I don't mind that too much.
It
honestly.
annoys me to a certain extent.
It's pretty much what you said that annoys me the most. It's the pacing. That's what annoys me the
the
most.
pacing does annoy me the most because other than like once it's done, he's great. Like once it's just that transition that really bothers me, which is a really big deal because I don't believe that he's better in a way, but he is.
He is.
He is better.
He's written to be better. So can't do
He
anything
is
about
better
it.
now. He does. He goes to Aelgard and says, "Hey, dude, let's not fight," and she's like, "No."
Yeah, there you go.
And
That's Edelgard.
he's like, okay.
I guess.
To even the point after he beats her, he's like, "Hey, come on."
God, I still love it. No words, zero words,
words.
said in that entire
That's
thing.
one of the best cutscenes in the game, where there's no words, hands reached, but the dagger he gave him is that he particularly said like
Still in her hands, though.
still in her hands to say you have to carve your way forward with this dagger, and she did. She tried, stabs him like in the shoulder, and he's like stabs her immediately. He kind of disappointed. He's like fuck.
He
Because
just
he didn't want to do it.
yeah.
And like Bayo's like, okay, let's go home. And he does. And
He looks back a
He
little
was
bit.
almost going to look back. And Bayo's like, no.
Don't worry about it.
And he's got to let her go. And then he moves on to go Farkas. I think that cutscene's great.
It's
Absolutely.
amazing.
It's
I
great.
love it.
Like, it's such a weird thing. If it wasn't for the pacing, he would have probably been my favorite Lord. It's such a minor thing that I
No,
feel
it's not minor. It's
Yeah.
such a big thing that just should have been addressed.
Like I was about to say, it's a minor thing that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't go through such a cataclysmic mindset and then just
Like,
Done.
it feels like...
It feels very unrealistic in a game where we're riding
Like-
Wyvern Lords, but fucking,
Like-
there's a gimmick to like I understand
would-
that this is all fantasy and everything and we have magical living weapons, but when it comes to people and personalities, that's as realistic as you could possibly get it. Like so it's like you might as well keep the realism with the people and then the fantasy in the game and out in the field.
But,
There you go.
like, I wish... Like, it's fine that Roggery died, and that caught... Like, I wish it was foreshadowed to do... They kind of cracks a little bit. He's like, oh, shit. Then Roggery happens. Oh, shit. And then one more chapter of him, like, slowly, like, starting to really think about it. And then by the end of that chapter, he's better. I wish, like, Blue Lines was maybe 23 chapters.
Yeah.
Maybe.
just I don't know.
At least give me an extra chapter for where... Or at least some more cutscenes to be like, okay. Like, maybe the month, like, during the month after Roggery, like, during the monastery, he really is like, huh. I mean, he kind of does that in a way, because he has that moment where he's like, he's like, Byleth, holds her hand or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
her. Kind of has that moment, but I still was, like, kind of jarring to me, even with that.
It still wasn't good enough.
Yeah. It's, at least to us. Maybe some people was like, yeah, it was good enough for me. I'm like, good for you.
But yeah, I would say Dimitri is the weakest of the three lords for me, just because of that.
Aelgard's bad, really,
just
your
because
character. You only like it because the cute chief.
I do though.
You
But
just want to lick her fucking feet, you face.
He's don't.
where's my bathwater? Where's my Adrestian Empress bathwater?
Jesus Christ.
But no, I like Edelgard not because she's a good person, but because she's a very interesting character, and there's still fucking Reddit threads to this day on analyzing her character because she's just so fucking complex. Absolutely love Edelgard's character. That being said, though, I like Claude a lot. I'm gonna.
I do like Claude. He's my favorite.
I've never heard
Because
of
he's just violent.
he's just dabbing. That's all he's doing.
And racism.
Just end it.
He's just dabbing on boomers and racism.
Come on, guys.
Yep.
Elect me for president. No more racism.
Dabbing on Rhea and old man Nemesis.
But
Later
yeah,
boomers.
like, Dimitri to me feels like an A-tier character that I desperately wanted to be an S-tier character. And I really thought he would. I really thought he'd be my favorite character, and he almost is.
You were on the verge of greatness.
And to certain people he is, and I understand. Because he has a lot of greatness to him. He has probably a collection of the greatest moments of this game. Is from him.
Yeah.
Exclusively. So I can understand why people do like him a lot. And he consider him the best. And I can agree with that to a certain extent. I just have my problems with him, development-wise.
All right. And with that said, I agree. I like Dimitri a lot. And again, old lords really warrant this in this game.
Yes.
Um,
He's still one of the better lords,
Absolutely.
despite the
Yeah,
problems,
of
because
course.
he has something more than most.
He's a Fire Emblem Three Houses character. He's automatically better than most Fire Emblem characters.
My God.
Yeah. Even though I shit a lot on the Blue Lions, generally my tone was I don't care about them to a certain extent, or I'm more annoyed by them, but they are have more depth than the average Fire Emblem character.
Yeah.
Like they feel like people.
Absolutely.
But yeah, anything you want to summarize, Derek, about Dimitri? I know you probably had the least time with him,
I didn't have any time with him.
or any time besides memes.
I had
That's
like
true.
56 hours with him.
I bet. My God.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I should comment on some things when he's the enemy unit.
Oh. Yeah.
I think it's pretty fucking metal the way he goes out in Golden Deer, where it's literally a whole bunch of lances and swords thrust to him, and he screams in pain and anguish, and he looks like a monster, like his demon is coming out of him.
Gotta let it out.
I'm just like, goddamn, dude,
He's about
that
to
is.
pull his double trigger.
That
I would
is-
have loved to see that. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, that sounds a little rated R. That's a little M17.
My
Hey,
God.
you played Golden Deer. I haven't.
Yeah, but
Too
that
much.
wasn't an animated scene, though.
Oh,
No,
just
yeah,
happened.
it was a
It was
dialogue
literally
scene.
just a description. That's the one thing that I
It would have
hated.
been really cool if it was, though.
That's
It
the one
really
thing that I
would've
hated the most out of all of this is the fact that people, especially the main characters, die off screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I understand that it's like it's a baby game. Just let us
Oh,
Nah,
let us
Edelgard-
die
it-
with
it
them.
was worse in Silver Snow, because you want to know what happens to the main three lords?
What?
You cross that bridge in the what's the Deduesday Empire and the Alliance. You know, the little castle bridge.
Right.
You cross that bridge, and instead it's like, all right, we did it, guys. We did the bridge. Some guy comes to report, guys, there's been a huge explosion at Gronder Field. Edelgard is injured. Dimitri's dead, and Claude ran away.
Oh my God.
Like,
I hate
at
Silver
least the
Snow.
Blue
What a
Lions-
cartoon.
I hate Silver Snow.
At least with the Blue Lions, like, Clyde just like, oh, I'm gonna go away. And you know. He's like, okay. And in Edelgard, you see her die.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, you have to. Apparently, I did not know this. You have the option of sparing him if.
No,
violence
I'm
attacks him.
talking about in Blue Lions with Claude leaving, and you see Edelgard die.
Oh, Edelgard died. Okay, yeah, okay, sorry.
And Dimitri's fine. Of course, he's gonna be fine.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I
At
thought,
least
I, thought,
if,
I
like-
thought we were talking about Crimson Flower. Sorry.
No, at least with Blue Lions, you see the three lords what they do, and you're like, okay. It seems like another problem with especially Silver Storm you just mentioned, and Golden Deer, I guess. With that, you just hear characters die off screen. You're like,
Yeah.
that kind of blows.
The fact that they just die off screen is like if you're following all of these characters, and like I said, there's almost 40 of them. If you're following with all of these characters till the bitter end, let us follow them to the bitter end.
Yeah.
It's like if like I understand that we can't really show Dimitri getting stabbed by 30 million Adrestian.
Oh, they could have done it maybe.
Swords. Oh, of
Then
course.
again, they didn't show Edelgard getting stabbed, but you heard it though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there were some strong implications of the cutscene, so I think that worked.
Especially because you saw the spear in her.
You also hear when Saros stabs the shit out of Nemesis. You don't see it
Oh,
though.
man. You see it a little bit.
A little, not too much.
I think it's good enough. for what I
Yeah,
got.
good enough. It conveys what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, something I find very interesting that I thought about recently is I feel in every route there's always something kind of going unaddressed. And I
Uninteresting.
as in each lord has their problem. Like no ending is actually perfect. There's still some things like a little unaddressed. That's like I don't think this issue was completely resolved.
Like what?
Edelgard is the most obvious. A lot of her foundation is based off bodies. Dead bodies and blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know that never has any negative downsides. Claude's is the fact that what is it? The politics of the Lesser Alliance is never really perfectly addressed, and the chance of a civil war happening can still happen, especially after Claude's and Violet's deaths.
Mm-hmm.
It is very likely to happen. And with Blue Lions, the reign and the power and the hold the church has, and as far as the corruption still in it, you know, that's never really be addressed because Blue Lions is the only playthrough that
Hey, well, Blue Lions.
embraces
I
it.
think in Blue Lions, it's like, hey, Violet's taking over the church.
I guess.
So, and honestly, a lot of the problems of the Church of Saros is because Saros / Rhea is like nuts and paranoid as shit and
Absolutely.
doesn't give a shit. Like Western Church to her could go fucking die,
That's
and
fair.
they did, and they did.
Yeah. I don't know. There's still a little bit there, though. I don't know. And, you know, we still don't know what exactly happened with the dubstep Illuminati.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
that's just a problem with the whole game. It's Live in the Dark, so it's like, huh, what?
Well, they
And
were
you get the most from Golden Deer.
Yep.
they were addressing.
You get to eliminate them at the end, but again, big question marks.
Literally in Blue Lions, it's just like, oops, I accidentally killed the leader
Uh-oh.
because Faves disguised as Edelgar's uncle, and you kill him, and I didn't know at the time that he was Faves, so. I was
the,
like, huh.
the only character that knows where their base is Hubert, and if Hubert didn't say jack shit to the anything in Blue Lions,
No.
so they're never gonna find what's it called, the dubstep Illuminati,
Yeah.
and then, you know, that problem kind of goes a little bit unaddressed.
To say that like Nemesis was like the end all be all for those who slither in the dark is kind of weird, because that means that you kind of hang the whole gathering of those who slither in the dark on, was it three characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
You get
Faves, I think, is the only one that really matters.
you get the
This-
girl, the brainiac, and
Cronia doesn't matter.
no.
She's just used, and
All she does is like the worst thing in the whole
It's to
game.
die,
yes,
Yeah.
and I guess kill.
she has like
Oops,
8 minutes
no.
of relevance.
Yeah.
But anywho, yep, those have been Fire Emblem Blue Lions characters. So the obvious strong ones are Dimitri and Dudu.
Yes,
The
they're the only characters I can say I like without caveats, unlike like Sylvain or Felix.
I think we're all mixed on which is the weak. Oh jeez, I think we're all mixed on which is the weakest one.
Ash,
Right.
Anna.
Anna.
Well, I guess we're not that mixed then.
Anna.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You think that's worse?
close enough.
But anyways, we.
Her name is Annette, isn't it? I think this entire time
It's
I've been
Annette.
I think I've been calling her Anna.
I've been going along with it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure.
You should have corrected me a long time ago.
It's
Not before
Anna.
I
Yeah,
started
well-
talking about the actual
To
Anna.
be fair, Derek, maybe because I only got 3 hours of sleep, but it's close enough.
I guess.
It's whatever.
But I'm sure everyone's gonna be thinking that I'm talking about actual Anna.
So I think Blue Lions is the weakest of the 4 house. Yes. Weakest of the 4.
one.
I still like more of the Knights of Ceros. If I have to be honest.
Really?
Yep. If I gotta be completely honest,
That was gonna be a thing.
I actually like the Knights of Ceros. I mean, they also have bigger numbers, so I guess it's
Bigger
a
numbers.
big number.
Oh shit, they have Setheth.
Oh damn it!
Yeah, they have.
They went by a long
Yeah,
shot.
they have Seta. They have Aloise. I like Hanneman
They
a
have
lot.
Flame too.
They have Flame.
And they have-
I like Shamir and Catherine. I know you don't like Shamir, but I like both a lot. Like,
I don't really like Catherine a lot either. Not too much.
I like her except for one. Oh, okay, next time.
Next time.
Anyways, yeah, I generally feel Blue Lions is one of the weakest houses.
Ooh.
It has good characters, but it is very weak.
Yeah, that because the Blue Lions cast is already way better than the Fates cast by a long
That's
shot.
not saying much, but yeah.
Yeah, and I would.
Oh. Ooh.
Are they better than the Awakening ones?
No.
No, my nostalgia says no.
Ratio-wise, Blue Lions is better, but
I
I'm a
would
little
personally
mis-
fight that. But
I'm
sure.
I'm nostalgic with Awakening. Sorry.
I just like Awakening too much.
Anyways, any final comments on the Blue Lions? Devin.
I expected them to be best, and they're my least favorite.
Oof.
Golden Deer for life. Fear the deer.
Derek, any final thoughts on Blue Lions?
I like Blue Lions.
Just the concept of a lion being blue.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's wrong.
It looks really fucking cool. I wish, I don't know, part of me does wish that there was like I know this sounds stupid that like they were like spirit animals that go along with this whole gimmick.
Okay, now we're getting into a different
I
story.
was thinking, like magic shit, but it's like
Are you gonna get to personas here?
no. Though I'm sure someone on DeviantArt already made that.
I've already seen 3.
Yeah.
Christ. You ever seen them as Pokemon?
Yes.
3 lords? That's kind of. It was kind of cool.
Oh my
It was
God.
kinda good.
I kinda want to.
I saw on Twitter.
But it's like I kind of wish that there was like something to it, like maybe something that had to do with their weapons.
Sure.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like that just like putting them all in these classes are just like
You
I don't know. It's weird.
just want to furry our Fire Emblem
No,
game, Derek,
because
it's
it was
fine.
weird that like it was blue, red, and yellow, and right at the very beginning, all I kept calling this game was Fire Emblem Go, because it just the colors reminded me way too much of Pokemon Go, and I'm like, okay, so who's gonna pick this one? You picked Black Eagles, you picked Blue Lions, and then so I picked Golden Deer just because it was the odd one out.
And like Go, yellow was still the best.
Absolutely.
Oof. Well,
Some
there
could
we
almost
go.
say it was instinctive.
All right. And
God.
any final thoughts for me is that Adergard still did nothing wrong.
And we'll get to that in the next episode.
Okay, fascist.
Talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You say bye, Derek.
I already said we'll talk to you later.
Oh, okay.
Sayonara.